Let me turn the fan off. Started working on a roll cage. I know I haven't had many updates lately, at least. For those that follow, took the RX-7 to a drag strip this Wednesday, a couple of days ago. Ran the best of 10:47 at 132 mile an hour, which is still pedaling 2 or 3 times in the first 300 feet, and then they had some oil or something on the track that actually spun at the top end, going to the traps, kind of sideways a little. So that was a fun experience. Still 10:47 was the best out of 4 runs. Bass trap speed was 136. So if I'll if everything plays out good and if I can get the best 60-footer, and it was 1.6 the best, and not have to pedal it so much, and she stays together to the end of the runway, it should not run 9s, if I do the math and everything else, because I started out with 11.3, then 11.1, 10.75, and then 10.47. So I mean, almost a second better. First one I didn't launch it too hard, almost no boost, just to see how the track is and how it feels. Actually wasn't so bad, and then the last run I think I did 3 or 4 pounds of boost leaving. I actually left pretty good, well, half decent, and then it breaks loose and I have to pedal it. Shift to a third, and actually I have to shift into the fourth at the end of the runway. 373 gears I have in the back are not playing. Doesn't do me any good really. So I have to swap maybe 355s, 327. I think a little too long. I think 355 will give me just perfect enough. Maybe I'll raise the shift, the rev limiter to 6800 or so. It's at 64 right now, and that should give me enough room to go through the traps. That the converter doesn't seem to be slipping so much actually. I got this edge converter, seems to be doing pretty good actually. So maybe swap gears, do the roll cage. Funny thing is, they haven't said anything about not having a roll bar. First pass, like I said, it was 11.3. Didn't say anything. I made another pass, and the car kept, going faster and faster. They haven't said anything until the end, where I went sideways, and I kind of called it quits myself. It was end of the night. I guess they're not too picky about it. What else? So the gears and something else I was going to do, and maybe try it again in a couple of weeks and see how she does. Hopefully run 9s. I mean, cars making anywhere from about 530 to 550 or so, I'm guessing, wheel horsepower, which is plenty, should be enough to get me into to the 9s with a good 60-footers, and if it actually hooks. And so as I said before, doing a roll cage, just cut these 6x6 plates, 1/8 inch thickness. Getting a few of them. They're gonna go somewhere in here, like that. You have to either notch the side or kind of bent it and maybe cut and weld, so it actually isn't the wheel well attached to it, as well as this this beam should sit kind of like that. And the roll bar is gonna go. I'm thinking about, I don't want to, this is kind of too wide from the side, and I don't want to move it too close this way, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to weld it all around. So maybe I'll kink it like that. Maybe made a few bends like that, and I guess we'll try it. And they've never done this, so how hard can it be, right? Oh, and actually, I was gonna say, I found the best way to cut these is with the bandsaw. This is a Harbor Freight bandsaw I've had in the past for actually quite a while, and it works good because I can actually cut it a lot quicker than if I had to do it with the grinder. I made plates here, 6x6, 6 of those. I might make another kind of a triangular bar in the main hoop to square it away a little, but that's pretty much how it's gonna go. I have another plate over here. This is the most difficult one. You can see I had to bend the edge right here, bend it to shape. Goes in there like that, kind of. Still a little bit of hammering to do and final fitting, but it's I can just pound this from this end right here, this little piece. So and the main tube is gonna go probably right in here, so I can get a nice bead all the way around, and then pretty much repeat the process on the other side. Now that I have it figured out, I'm probably gonna have to hammer this one flat. I'm not quite sure what to do with this one, but the back bars are not gonna be straight. I'm thinking about kind of make him go sort of along this pillar right here to hide it a little. I'm just gonna make it look cleaner, and then bend them down like that. So, and the front bars, door bars, are gonna be a little bit tricky too. They're gonna bend over here, try to get as close as possible to this door panel right here, probably remove the armrest, come all the way. Yeah, I'm not sure, I might just have them do another bend over here into the rocker panel, but I'll just get everything cleaned up, wire wheel where it's supposed to sit, maybe weld those two in place, and then I'll weld these and the door bar plates later on when I figure out how. Once the main hoop is in place, then I just kind of eyeball what the door bars will go. These will be easy. The front ones are going to be a little bit funky, and I'm thinking about cutting, getting this glass propped all the way up, and then cutting this whole thing out, all these levers. Might just keep this fella right here open and shut. The rest, yeah, I'm not sure. I was thinking about throwing the whole thing out, all the mechanisms, since I have a door bar. This doesn't really protect you much, so having a door bar going right about here should give you plenty of protection, even for the passenger on some of the events we go to. So maybe save a little bit of weight and cut the whole door out, just probably like this, follow the line to save a little bit of weight there too. I'm thinking with everything in, my roll bar is probably going to add me about 80 pounds, I'm guessing. Shouldn't be more than that. So maybe I'll probably remove the headliner and everything else, whatever's left of the interior, that's gonna have to go. I'll make another video once I get close to probably make, bending a main hoop.